Let us start current affairs discussion today. Medaram Jatra or Sammakka Sarakka festival in Telangana. Medaram Jatra or Sammakka Sarakka festival in Telangana is under consideration to be declared as one of the national festivals. Medaram Jatra or Sammakka Sarakka festival is under consideration to be declared as national festival. Last year, Vanach, a combination of all tribal festivals, was declared as national festival and celebrated in Delhi. Vanach, V-A-N-A-J, Vanach. And there was a news about Medaram Jatra. Large sections of people go to this Sammakka Sarakka Jatra, and Sammakka Sarakka are the deities. There are many stories behind this Jatra. You need not remember all the stories, but remember Medaram or Sammakka Sarakka Jatra. Donald Trump and North Korea Kim Jong-un. From last 6 months, every day we are seeing this in news. Last 1 week in all the newspapers, there is a discussion about Kim and Trump. Kim called Trump as dotard, whereas Trump called Kim as rocket boy. Trump called Kim as rocket boy. Yesterday Trump announced that if there are no conditions, Trump is ready to talk with Kim over phone. He is ready to talk with Kim over phone. Recently, if you observe, North Korea got the capability to reach American territories. In his New Year's address, Kim told that the push button is on his table. The push button is on his table, and all American territories, the entire American territory, can be attacked through North Korea's nuclear missiles. And next month, there are Winter Olympics in South Korea. North Korea was invited to attend to Olympics. In the previous occasion, North Korea attacked South Korea's plane during Winter Olympics. Now, South Korea invited North Korea for Winter Olympics. North Korea and South Korea are going to have some talks on this next week. Most probably North Korea might attend Winter Olympics which are going to be held at South Korea next month. Next month, Winter Olympics. North Korea might attend South Korea. And here comes China factor. You all know America imposed embargo on North Korea. Few days back, South Korean newspaper published a photograph and a picture and an article saying that China secretly providing oil to North Korea. According to China, it supports North Korea to an extent on humanitarian grounds, because complete oil embargo, total oil embargo might affect the common man in North Korea. Second thing, if all countries impose complete embargo including China, North Korea might not come to the terms. It might behave in a more steadfast and adamant way. The issue went beyond now. Even America have not predicted the strength of North Korea's nuclear capability earlier. Few months back, American strategists assessed that North Korea will take at least minimum 3 to 4 years to reach the capability in nuclear technology to attack American territories. But this prediction proved to be wrong, and North Korea had the capability now. But what is the solution for the problem? Rex Tillerson, America's Secretary of State, says dialogue with North Korea will be useless. Dialogue with North Korea will be useless. But constructive dialogue is the only solution in the unit veto system, where North Korea have nuclear capability, America have nuclear capability. If they both fight, it is disastrous to both the countries and also some of the countries. Better to go for a constructive dialogue. South Korea, China, America, North Korea, including one neutral country, should come forward and make a dialogue. Should create a dialogue, should form a dialogue forum here. In this perspective, we have one more term called double freeze agreement. We have one more term called double freeze agreement. Double freeze agreement means North Korea should stop its missile program. America will not militarize in the area of South Korea. America will not militarize in the area of South Korea. And you all know we have THAAD, Tunnel High Altitude Defense System, near South Korea. All these things America should control, and automatically things go fair. So this is also an issue that is going on between Trump and Kim. And the issue is flaring up. The countries like China, countries like South Korea, even it affects directly or indirectly most of the Asian countries in the world. So let us see how the things are going to turn. Next important article is about INS Arihant. INS Arihant. INS Arihant, it seems that in his propulsion compartment, in INS Arihant propulsion compartment, water have submerged that. Arihant is under damage, it seems. INS Chakra also is facing the damage in a different form. Next article is, you all know the regular article triple talaq. Muslim women divorce. As you all know, in Lok Sabha the bill was passed. In the Rajya Sabha the bill was stalled. There are three contentions of opposition. There are 2-3 contentions of oppositions. Number one, they are not against making it as unconstitutional. They don't agree that instant triple talaq is right. But the problem is, why should we make it as a criminal offense? Suddenly we cannot make family laws, family issues into crimes. Every religion and culture has its way of life. Though it is against some order, you have to take an action in a steady and slow way. Second thing, if the husband goes to jail, who gives triple talaq? What type of subsistence allowance the wife is entitled, how he can give all these things. Third, criminal penalty means you are specially ostracizing Muslim men, sometimes even under false allegations. That also we have to understand. All these things are the questions raised by other political parties in the Triple Talaq bill. Next article, as you all know, from the date on which Rajinikanth announced his entrance into politics, every day we are finding an article in Hindu. Every day we are finding an article in Hindu. The article is saying the Dravidian politics in Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu populace, Tamil Nadu electorate have a different culture of DNA. The Dravidian movement and then the DMK party. DMK split into AA-DMK, MG Ramachandran, and then the demise of Jayalalitha, almost retirement of Karunanidhi, the retirement of Karunanidhi. At this juncture, when there is a political vacuum, a seemingly political vacuum in Tamil Nadu, Rajinikanth announced his entrance into politics. The article also discussed about various strengths of Rajinikanth. Number one, the youth in India today, they don't actually into real politics. 34 lakh young youth are coming as voters in Tamil Nadu in 2019 elections. They are getting eligibility to vote in Tamil Nadu. 34 lakh youth are getting first time voting eligibility in Tamil Nadu. It can work out for Rajinikanth. Point 2. Rajinikanth started using social media effectively to integrate and coordinate all his fan clubs. His strength. If Rajinikanth shows some substance, he can effectively fill the vacuum. This is the core of the article. And he can also have the capacity to split the votes from DMK and AA-DMK. Next article is about standing up for human rights. This article deals with anti-torture law. In India, human rights violations, torture is common even in jails. India have not ratified UN Convention on Torture. Now, there is an urgent need in India, a rule-based mechanism, a legal framework for torture, against torture. Various cases like Vinitha Narayan case, like Nalsa case, Vishaka versus State of Rajasthan case, there were directions for the state to protect basic human rights. Basic human rights can be protected only when you have effective legal framework. The article is related to this. Next important article is on evidence of fragility. Evidence of fragility. Indian economy is showing a low growth rates. Projection is 6.5%. There are various things in the article. Gross capital formation, inflation may rise, gross capital formation is falling. Even we are unable to make fiscal deficit targets, and also index of industrial production is showing a low productivity. Manufacturing sector got a big hit. In spite of normal season, agricultural production is not fair, and indirectly we have the problems like NPS. All the things shows us we are in the fragile economic structure today. We have to improve our performance in the economy. This is the core of the article. Next article is on the problem of land holding. The land which was under the control of government is not being put to optimal use. Most of the times, large swathes of land was underutilized and was barren. When government holds large tract of land, with the over increase of population and activity, the availability of land will get decreased. Automatically land prices will increase. Government has to effectively use the land resource which is available at its disposal. At the same time, government should also consider that land should be available to the downward sections, to the lowest strata at an affordable price. At an affordable price. Next article is on recent emission gap report 2017. In order to meet the targets given under INDCs, we should also go with the state level emission cuts. State should also involve in countries' commitments to climate change issues. This is the core of the article. Here comes a word called Talona Dialogue. TALANOA. Talona Dialogue of the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change. Talona Dialogue of the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change. India is also actively engaging in this dialogue, and here India wanted to include its states also in its climate change targets. India also, okay, this is the core of the article. Here comes Under 2 coalition. Under 2 coalition. This is the coalition of not nations but also sub-nations, regions and states. Under 2 coalitions. A coalition of not nations, but also it involves more sub-nations. Talona Dialogue, TALANOA, related to climate change. It's a very important prelims question. Talona Dialogue, TALANOA, related to climate change. Recently, Human Resource Development Ministry released its All India Higher Education Survey data. All India Higher Education Survey data. The key findings of this gross enrollment ratio. The key findings of this survey is the gross enrollment ratio in the higher education in India have shown a increase. In 2015-16, it was 24.5. In 2015-16, it was 24.5. In 2016-17 it is 25.2. In 2016-17 it is 25.2. Gross enrollment ratio got increased. Now it was 25.2 in higher education. Next, gross enrollment ratio, we are aiming it to increase to 30% in higher education by 2020. By 2020, gross enrollment ratio is aimed to increase up to 30%. It is still far behind China. In China it is 43.39%. In China it is 43.39%. In US it is 85.8%. In US it is 85.8%. In India 25.2%. The target is by 2020 it is 30%. It is 30%. Bihar has the lowest gross enrollment ratio, 14.4. Bihar has the lowest gross enrollment ratio, 14.4. Tamil Nadu has the highest, 46.9. Tamil Nadu has the highest, 46.9. These are the important current affairs today.